Hey guys, we are going to take this scrap piece of wood. It's about an 8x8 and we're going to sand it all around, and then we are going to just cover the 6 sides in white acrylic paint. So I do these 5 and then I'll give it a good dry and I'll just smooth out any clumps and bumps. Then we're going to flip it over and do the back. I wanted the knots on the back because later we'll be bringing those back out with some antique wax. And then we're going to give that a good dry. And then I just take a sanding sponge and I go around the edges, bringing out some of that natural wood color. And it shows a really pretty texture across the top and bottom as well. So we'll go ahead and bring that out a little bit. Then we're going to use this napkin. It's got a cabin and a hammock and it's kind of set in the woods. Very pretty, got it on eBay. And we are going to take a paintbrush and some water and just go around all 4 sides so that we can have a rough, rugged, ripped edge. We're going to make sure that fits, and then we're going to lay some Mod Podge down, place our napkin down, use a sandwich bag just to kind of push it. Then I gave it a good dry, and then I placed some parchment paper with an iron on medium-high heat, no steam, and just flattened it all out. Then I start with the edges with some Mod Podge, and then I'll go through the center just to kind of get that all sealed in. Then we're going to give that a good dry. And then I'm going to take some brown chalk paint, and I'm going to kind of start to frame it in. It is ripped edges, they're not even or anything, but starting to kind of make it look like it's set back into the woods. So I go heavier in some areas, lighter in others. And then if you make a mistake, just take a sanding sponge and go ahead and sand it off and start again. And give that a good dry, and then we're going to take some Waverly Antique Wax. It's a pretty dark runny wax, and we are going to place that wherever we want with a Q-tip, and then take a dry paper towel and blend it. And give that a good dry, and then we're going to take some Behr wax. It is Home Depot's wax, and it's a little stiffer and not as pigmented. This I'm going to put everywhere. I'm going to put it on all 6 sides. I'll even put a little bit through the napkin. Not a lot of it will stick on the napkin because of the Mod Podge, but I got a little bit on there to kind of color it, and I think it looks really pretty. We brought out those knots again. We bring out some of the grain on the sides, the texture on the top. It's super cute. And then we just blend it all with a dry paper towel. Then we're going to take a piece of cloth and we're just going to wrap it around. And I actually glued it as I wrapped it around. I think at the end you'll see me glue the front as well. And then we're going to tie a knot in the front. And they're kind of long. I realize at some point that it's covering up the hammock, and so we'll cut them in a second. But then I tie a shoestring knot, a shoestring bow to go over top of our knot. And I'll just glue that right on the top with hot glue. And here's where I'll trim everything so that we can see our pretty hammock. And then I take the ends and I use a sand sponge on them just to keep them rough and rugged looking like the rest of the project. And that's it, you guys. It's very simple but super cute. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.